Right, my dear children. So now I'm about to prepare a sample of a fossil. So here I have with me several samples which can be taken to prepare a fossil. So you have leaves, several shells, right, and like different colors of shells with different shapes. So what you have to do now, I have two identical yogurt cups with me also with some plaster of Paris. Okay, so let's keep this thing in a different position. So this is clay, my dear children. So we need to take a sample of clay first, and we need to fill like half of the first yogurt cup with clay. Right, like this. Like up to half I'm going to fill with clay. Okay, so we go then. Like this, firmly you need to insert the clay like up to a half of the yogurt cup. Okay, so here it is. Now what you have to do, you have to take one of these shells. Okay, let's take one of these shells and we'll press this thing like this, and now when it has been imprinted, let's take the shell out. Gently, let's take the shell out. So it's like this. You can see the shape of it. See? Now let's keep it like this, and we'll take the other yogurt cup, and now I'm going to make the plaster. So this is plaster of Paris, my dear children. So we'll add several powder of plaster of Paris into it like this. And by adding water now, we need to prepare the plaster of Paris. Okay, so we need to add water. Remember, we need to mix it well. You have to make a plaster. Okay, now it's okay. Earlier it was somewhat, the liquid nature is somewhat more. So in that case you have to add even more powder into it. Right. Now what you have to do, you have to take this thing and gently we need to insert this layer like this. So you'll be needing even more. So therefore I'm going to add all of these things Let's add with water. Once again we'll mix. So I have prepared the liquid, my dear children. Now let's pour this thing into the solution. Right. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to keep this system, right? You have to keep the system so that it will so this is our system right now. So you have to keep this thing until it's going to dry out, and finally we need to cut off the yogurt cup and we'll observe the shape of the fossil after that. Okay, so let's keep it to dry somewhat. Right, so my dear children, now as you can see here, the plaster of Paris is being fixed firmly, right? So now we can cut off the yogurt cup and we'll see the structure of the fossil. So let's cut this off very gently. So I'm going to remove the clay layer. Right. So now you can observe the structure of the fossil to the same shape of the oyster shell. As you can see, to the same shape of the oyster shell, the structure could be observed. See? So it's very obvious to us that this is a sample for a good sample for a fossil. Okay, right then, my dear children. So this is how the fossils are going to create. So now let's head on to the classroom once again and we'll study the further things related to the lesson.